So today we're going to talk about the biggest lessons I've learned in my 4 years living here in Africa. So stay tuned. And for those of you who are new to the journey, my name is Tim Ford Jr. and my family, and I help our people return, invest, and rebuild here in Africa. So stay tuned. Like I said in the beginning, so today I want to talk about some of the biggest lessons I've learned in my 4 years of being here in East Africa. Specifically, I'm over here in Tanzania, but I think the things that I've learned can be translated into any society or whichever country you decide to go to. So yeah, let's talk about some of these things that I learned so far, all right? Number one, you must be humble when you decide to come to the continent of Africa, guys. Listen, you must come over here with the mindset of, I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to get connected with the people. I'm trying to build alongside my people. And just because we come from America, believe it or not, guys, some of our people come over here and act just like the Europeans that they claim that they're running away from. Some people think like, oh man, just because I'm American, I should have like special privileges when I walk into certain places and things like that. But in actuality, y'all, no, guys, no, that's not how it works. That's not what's going to happen. And that's not the mindset to have if you want to have a smooth transition. All right. You have to come over here and be humble in your approach. You have to just let people know where you're from, but still be cool, still come to learn, and still come to work alongside the people, man. Each one teach one. I like to tell people to keep that mindset because, you know, our brothers and sisters that are over here on the continent of Africa, they have so many things that they can teach us and help us with and help us to gain a better understanding of. And so do we. A lot of us come from America. We have a certain particular skill set and certain things that we know in certain areas, so we can help with that as well. So you have to know, like, okay, when you come in here, it's important that you look around for the people that you are supposed to be helping and building with. You don't have it all figured out when it comes to the continent. Many people like to think that they could just bring everything that they have and drop it over here on the continent and it'll work exactly the same. But in actuality, no. There's a lot of give and take that goes into it. There's a lot of shedding of some of the things that we did in the United States that we will not have to do here, and vice versa. So, you know, you have to be humble in your approach and make sure that you are connecting with the people so that you can get the proper information so that you can make a smooth transition. All right. The second biggest takeaway I have is you must come over here with a business mindset. Please come over here of the mindset of building a business. Come over here thinking like, okay, how can I create a business? I don't think it's a good idea to come over here and look for a job because, you know, there's not that many opportunities when it comes to jobs. And when they do have opportunities, most times they will give the first rights of refusal to the people of that country. So, you know, coming over here trying to get a job, I don't really think that's feasible unless you are working for, you know, in a huge company and you establish that before you get here. You already have like a certain set of credentials and you already have connections in certain industries and things like that. But as far as coming over here and starting from the ground up, I mean, you know, that's not something that I would recommend because there's ample opportunity for entrepreneurship and for those who have the mindset of building a business. I like to tell people all the time, I know Tanzania specifically, I know each country have their different, you know, ups and downs and what they have to offer. But I know here in Tanzania specifically, I like to tell people it's like you going into the past with a cheat sheet. You go back into the 50s and 60s and you get to see like whatever you see that's built in America or in the Western world that's a multi-million dollar or billion-dollar company. We have the ability to build that at the foundation over here in Africa. So, you know, if you see something that's in America that you think like, man, you know, if I had me an opportunity to build something like that, I would do that. And I know that I would be able to build that. So yeah, that's something that you can take advantage of over here. Just the reality of the situation is it's not that many opportunities when it comes to jobs, but there's opportunities for you to create jobs if you have the mindset of being an entrepreneur. So yeah, another big takeaway is make sure that you come over here with the mindset of creating something, a system, creating a job, creating something so that you can be able to provide for you and your family. All right. My next big takeaway that I have is make sure that you come and respect the culture. You must come and respect where you are, respect the people that surround you, respect what's going on, because that would literally make or break your transition to the motherland. Some people come over and think that they can put themselves in like a box and not interact with the people that's around them and just, you know, go and spend their money and go back in the house. But it's not like that. Like, you really have to get to know the people around you. You really have to learn and see how the culture operate. Like, go get some coffee with some people up the street. Go and play some basketball. Go play some soccer. Go and get into their world and see where they're coming from and see if how y'all can come together. It's not good to go and think like, okay, I'm just gonna put myself into my house behind my wall and they will see that I'm here as an American. No, you have to put forth the effort sometime. You have to go and sit in those uncomfortable situations. You have to go and sit down and have those talks and get to know those people. That's where the respect comes in on both sides. Like, if you want someone to respect the story of where you come from and what you're dealing with and what you're trying to overcome, you must first let them know that you are receptive to them. You are coming to their culture to try and learn from them in order to help get some help. You want some help. Don't lie and pretend like you didn't come over here and want no help from the people. So you want to get some help from them. And of course, they want to be able to help you out too. So it's important that you take advantage of those moments where you can sit down and talk and get to know one another. And even if, the English is bad, or your Swahili, or whichever language that you're speaking in whichever country you're in, if you muffle it up, like, what I mean is, if you say the wrong words, if one of you guys say the wrong words, there's still a connection that comes with that. Because when you mess up your Swahili, they will say, oh man, you messed up that word pretty bad, but you are trying. And I respect that. And if you're trying to talk to someone, and trust me, they're going to mess up some English, and you're going to be like, bro, that was not how you say that, but thank you for trying. I respect that. And that is a way for you to forge a connection and build a bond with some people. So, yeah, you have to make sure that you come and feel the people, interact with the people, and come and intertwine with the people so that y'all can meet each other halfway and establish the respect that you are trying to come over here and gain with the culture and with the people around you. All right. The next biggest lesson I have is, it goes right after the lesson that I gave with respecting the culture, and that is learn the language. Man, it's so important that you learn that language so that you can get your things done. Yes, you can survive without learning the language. Yes, you could meet somebody that can translate for you, but at some point, you're going to get tired of getting that translation. At some point, you're going to get tired of not being able to communicate for yourself and not being able to articulate what you need to articulate. So it's important that you take the time to sit down and learn the language of whichever country you plan on being in, because yeah, that's literally life or death, man. I've seen people not even respect the language and not even want to give it a chance, and it hindered their growth by a long shot over here. You get taken advantage of when it comes to prices. If you don't fully understand the language, you get taken advantage of when it comes to social interaction because you don't understand the language properly. There's low level thinking individuals in each society. There's low level thinking individuals in America, where we're coming from, and there's low level thinking individuals over here in Africa. So if people see that there's an opportunity to take advantage of somebody, man, hey, y'all know how it is in the hood. You gonna get got. If you don't make sure that you covered and good and got your bases covered and know what's going on around you, unfortunately you might get got. So if you want to have a smooth transition, if you want to make sure that you good, man, take this lesson and learn the language. For those who are planning on coming to Tanzania or anywhere in East Africa, we offer a Swahili course to our people who are interested in trying to come over here and make the transition. So for those who are interested, we have a Swahili course coming up this January. We're going to open up another cohort. So if you're interested in that, make sure you send me an email so that we can add you to the list and send out the pre-registration once we go ahead and launch that. All right. But yeah, y'all, if you come over here, if you plan on coming over here, wherever you planning on going, make sure that you make it an effort to learn that language so that you can get connected with the people and respect the culture. Because once you learn that language, then you will be able to articulate your story, and then they will care about what we're going through. Not saying they don't care. Yeah, our people care, but like, in the grand scheme of the world, bro, we all got a sad story. We all got some sad things that we've been through. So how are you going to produce? How are you going to connect? What are you going to say to make your story even worth listening to? You can't come over here first thing off the plane like, oh man, give me a handout. We came from nothing. Many of these African people came from nothing too. Some of them are you like picked them. Some of them have picked themselves to a point where they've built off of the slavery and the things that we've all been through. So you have to come over here with the mindset of okay, I'm going to build something in spite of what I've gone through. You can't come over here expecting a handout just because we came from America and just because we've been through what we've been through. All right, please leave that mentality away. I mean, yeah, it was sad. Yeah, we went through a lot of tough things as a people, and I'm not trying to downplay it at all. But at some point, you know what I'm saying, we have to be able to use it as fuel and not use it as a crutch and expect a handout because of what we went through. There's some of our brothers and sisters who have made it out of what we went through. They're at another level. They're not still holding on to that and using it as a crutch. So don't use it as a crutch when you come over here, y'all. That'll end up making you get stuck and stagnant and not taking advantage of the opportunity. Have the mindset of creating something in spite of what we've been through. All right, you have to look around you and be able to see what is possible. Take what you learn from over there and bring it over here and build something. It's going to be difficult, it's going to be hard, it's not going to be handed to you. Some countries, they've already sort of paved the way. They are giving out land, they're doing things nice for people because somebody has already paved the way. Don't get it twisted. If you see a country that's saying, hey, we're giving citizenship, or hey, we're making a pathway smoother for our people, somebody already walked that path and did it in their country for you. So pay homage to the people who went before you to pave a way. But in the grand scheme of this thing, y'all, we all got to come over here ready and willing to work. You got to put your spirit where it needs to be put. You got to make sure you're praying and make sure you're connected to the Most High and doing the right things properly so that we can build what we need to build. All right, whatever function you have in this grand scheme, you need to step into your role and do what you're supposed to do. We need teachers, we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need all types of people to step into their roles. So hey, step into your role and don't expect a handout. If you work for what you need, it feels a lot more rewarding than having somebody hand something to you, especially when you make it to the motherland of Africa, man. When you say you built something from the ground up with you and the Most High, there's nothing more fulfilling and rewarding than that, all right? Nothing more fulfilling. So yeah, take advantage of that. Learn the language so that you can get connected with the people so that y'all can feel each other and have an understanding of each other so that we can move this needle forward a lot further and a lot faster, all right? Since we're here, got to show y'all some of the products real quick. This natural body baby. Natural body. Yeah. Natural product. Natural body. Yeah. Natural body. Yeah. Yeah. Come closer. Come. Busy beachy. The next lesson or takeaway I have for you guys is this one. Listen, this is very, very, very important, all right? Control your lust or your lust will control you. I'm going to say it again. Control your lust or your lust will control you. We all have different lusts. Some of us lust after gambling. Some of us lust after drinking. Some of us lust after sex. Whatever your lust is, you need to make sure that you have that under control and you've overcome that, because once you get to the continent of Africa, it will be highlighted and tested on a whole nother level. On a whole nother level, man. I've unfortunately witnessed and seen people slanging it low and busting it wide on both sides. I've seen men lose themselves into lust from dealing with so many women, and I've seen women lose themselves from trying to deal with too many men. So you have to make sure that you are focused on what you came here to do. Don't get too caught up in the lust of the flesh, because once you get taken off that track, once you forget where you're going, Once you mess around and mess with one of these people that you're not supposed to be messing with, that soul tie pulls you from where you're supposed to be going. That soul tie will stop you from going where your family needs you to go. That soul tie will stop you from building what you need to be building. So listen, please, y'all, if you want to make a smooth transition, if you want to be successful, man, don't get caught up in no lust. Please keep your stuff in your pants. Ladies, keep your legs closed. Man, don't be drinking all that liquor. Don't be trying to party. Don't get pulled back into the ways of the West and think like I'm just going to relax for a few months, do my thing and get my mind right. That's not how you get your mind right. We don't got to go back to that in order to get our mind right. We're supposed to get closer to the Father, get closer to our word, and make sure that we're doing the things that we need to do to fight our lust. Do not give in to the lust if you want to have a smooth transition, y'all. I don't want to see anybody's family be taken apart. I don't want to see anybody lose this opportunity. I hate to see people fumble this opportunity of being back over here in Africa and having the opportunity to build something. Every time I see somebody that falls, it hurts my heart on another level. So I hate when I see people fall to this flesh, this weak flesh that we have. You have to make sure that you focus on the spirit of the Most High Yah. Focus on what he told you to do. Don't allow these women to pull you off of where you're supposed to be going, men, brothers, because some of these women are sent to pull us off of our mission. They are sent to try and see if you're going to fall off of where you're supposed to be going. They are sent to do that. Some of these women know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly where you're going. And they will try and pull you down so that your family won't make it to where it needs to go. Y'all, we came over here to break generational curses. Some people forget that. You got to keep that at the forefront of your mind. You cannot forget that we came here as part of breaking generational curses. And half the battle is getting on that plane. But once you get off that plane, now it's all on you. Now it's all within you. Now you have to die to your flesh and die to what Babylon taught you. Die to how we were taught to move, how we were taught to be. You have to renew your mind, renew your spirit, renew the way that you do everything so that you can take advantage and enjoy the opportunities that we have at hand over here. It's very easy to get caught up in our flesh because we've been brought up in a way that is very detrimental. But you have to fight yourself every day, brothers and sisters. Every single day, you have to fight yourself and tell yourself, no, I'm not going down that path. No, I'm doing this for my children's children. No, I have to build a foundation for them. No, like myself, there's no piece of vagina that can deter me or stop me from building a foundation for my grandchildren. Like one wrong move for 10 seconds could tear down what I've been building for the last 15 years, 16 years. What do I look like letting a piece of vagina stop me from building for my children's children? You got to have that mindset. Women are throwing themselves at you. Just because they throw it don't mean you got to catch it. Just because she throw it don't mean you got to catch it. Throw it back at her and go on about your life. Say, get these hints, Satan, and go on about your life. Because they're trying to test you and pull you off your path. Sisters, just because he's throwing himself at you don't mean you got to take it. Some of y'all want to come over here and think it's just, oh, I'm going to find my African king and ride off into the sunset and ride on him. No, sis. No. There's still some work that you have to do and get to a point where you are at the right place where you can accept the husband and get with the right man. You got to renew your mind, sis. We got to renew our minds. So we got to make sure that we don't allow that lust to stop us, all right? I know I went in on that lust for a long time. That's the one, though. That's the one where we got to, hey, that's the one. That is the one where you got to focus and hold on strong and tell them folks, no, keep yourself pure, man. You made it to the motherland. Stay true to the mission and don't allow the lust of the flesh to pull you away. All right, you can do it. Just make sure that you stay focused and know what you're supposed to be doing. All right. The last lesson and takeaway I have for you guys is Focus on your family and you. You have to focus. I'm not saying don't help anybody. I'm not saying don't connect with other people. What I'm saying is you have to make sure that at the forefront of your mind, at the forefront of everything that you do, is for your family. It's for your children. It's for your children's children. It's for you guys to be able to stay over here smoothly and not have to worry about anything. It's all about making sure that your family is good. We are of no help. We are of no benefit to the continent if we can't make sure that our family is good. We are of no benefit to our brothers and sisters that we're supposed to be helping come over here or connecting with and building with if our families are not good. A lot of people try to come over here and just skip over the family aspect and just go right into the community and end up blowing up in their face because they didn't focus on the core problems that their families was facing in that season. You can't do nothing until your family is good. Are we going to be perfect? No. Is everything going to be peaches and cream within families? No. But if you working on it, you will get the reward for working on it. If you're able to have those hard conversations with your wife, your spouse, you will get rewarded for doing that hard work. It's not just about coming over here and, hey, I made it off the plane. Ooh, I'm healed, baby. We healed. Let's go on and help the people out. Let's go on and get to work. No. You and wife, you got some work to do. You and hubby got some work to do. Y'all got to talk about that stuff that y'all ain't been talking about. Y'all got to deal with those with small things that y'all ain't been dealing with. If you want to stay over here long term, if you want your family to elevate, if you want this thing to kick in to where you think it's supposed to kick in, you got to talk to your spouse about that stuff. You got to get over that stuff. You got to heal from that stuff. Y'all got to work on those things together so that when you do get the opportunity to stand up in front of people, with your people, or connect with your people, you at a better space. You and your spouse is in a better place. You guys are able to help because you've done the work. You've healed. Yeah, some of our people are healed, are in better situations spiritually, mentally than others. But you will know if you're not there yet. Like, be real with yourself, all right? Be real with yourself. The vast majority of us ain't there yet. But there's some of us who've reached the point where, okay, you know, we understand some things and we are able to be comfortable and you know, understand the way that things are operate. But for the most part, guys, you have to. There's some dying of the flesh that takes place. There's some dying to self. There's some dying to old ways that happen when you decide to come here. So you have to focus on your family and make sure that you and your family are doing those things together because that's the main ingredient, secret sauce to making this thing long term and doing it successfully. You have to make sure you focus on your fam, man, and help each other out, hold each other up, and build a strong foundation and a solid foundation for your family. That's the key. You can't do any of this. You won't be able to help anybody unless you and your family do the hard work yourselves. Y'all gotta have those hard talks and do those hard things. So it's like, okay, when it's time to help others, when it's time to do other things, it's easy. You've already done the hard work. So yeah, family first, man. Don't get caught up in being pulled in different directions too soon, trying to help the world when you're supposed to be helping yourself in the season. Yeah, we're gonna help the world. Yeah, we're gonna connect with our people, but the main focus in the beginning is your family. The main focus is setting that foundation, being solid, getting grounded and getting rooted in the Most High on the continent and doing it His way and not getting caught up in the way that we were taught and raised in. So yeah, come in here, man. Focus on your family. You'll have your season of getting connected with your brothers and your sisters and your people around you, but for the most part, you got to get that house in order. We came from dysfunction. We come from a society that didn't teach us how to be functional properly. So it's a lot of things that we got to learn before you get exposed to the light, before you get exposed to helping people on the grand scale. You got to make sure that you and your wife at home doing those things, you and your family at home doing those things. So when it's time to be put into front of people, when it's time to do their real work, you are able to do their work and it's not anything holding you back or anything in your heart or anything stopping you guys from doing what y'all need to do. All right. So, man, last lesson, focus on that family. Make sure your family good and everything else gonna be good. You can't do nothing without them. Y'all can't do nothing without each other. So make that the forefront of your focus, and everything else will trickle under that, and you won't have any problems. Just stay focused, man. You got to, all right? Yeah, you got to make sure that you stay focused and stay true to the mission, all right? That way you'll have a smooth transition and be able to stay over here long term, all right? Focus on your family is key. And for those who are interested in learning how to invest over here on the continent of Africa, we will be having an investors roundtable coming up on December 17th, where we'll be talking about agriculture, real estate. We'll be talking about how you can invest in land, farming, natural medicine, herbs, water system, manufacturing, tourism, property, transitional housing, communities, Airbnb, in tourism. So if you are looking for ways to build generational wealth, secure your family's future, and earn passive income, make sure you join us for our Investors Roundtable on December 17th. I will put the link in the description box so you can sign up and make sure you don't miss that. All right. All right. And for those who are interested in making the transition to the continent of Africa for themselves, we offer repatriation consultations for those who are interested. We will sit on the phone with you for 1 hour and answer all of your specific needs for you and your family so that we can help you and your family have a smooth transition over here, all right? So you will be able to send me all the questions that you have, and we will sit down on the phone with you and make sure that we answer all of them so that you and your family can get over here smoothly, all right? All right, so if you're interested in taking advantage of that, the link will be in the description box for that as well, and I'll make sure I tag that in the video. And if you're interested in getting your healing done from the inside out, my wife offers all natural herbal consultations for those who are interested. She knows how to deal with things naturally. She's helped so many different people get over so many different ailments. I've watched her put in the work. Shout out to my baby. So if you're interested in getting your healing done from your inside out, from whatever you're dealing with, my wife will be able to help you out, all right? So if you're interested in getting an herbal consultation, click the link in the description box for that as well, all right? And lastly, if you're thinking about coming to the continent of Africa, we've actually created a Repat Travel Kit for those who are interested in making the transition over here. We just put together a list of things that we think is very important for you to bring with you so that when you make your transition and make your move over here, you have a few key things to help make it smoothly, all right? So yeah, we'll put the link for that in the description box as well so that you can take advantage of that. And hey, if you plan on coming over here, man, make sure that you prepare yourself, all right? Take a look at that list and do what you need to do, all right? All right. So yeah, guys, if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. We thank you for those who've been showing us love this entire way. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I don't know how you made it to the end of the video and didn't hit the subscribe button. What's going on with you? Let's get that right, all right? Yeah, man, if you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate the love. We appreciate the support, all the well wishes, and all the donations we've gotten over this entire journey. We're eternally grateful for it, and we extremely, extremely thankful, all right? Y'all keep showing the love and keep showing the support, and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to make it to your best self, all right? We all can make it to a higher level. We just have to aspire and reach for it and go get it. So yeah, thank y'all for showing us love. Thank y'all for watching this journey. Thank y'all for giving us you guys attention. I don't take it for granted that you guys give us you guys attention. I'm grateful that we're able to bring some value into you guys' life and shine a light on what's possible if you plan on coming to the continent of Africa or reaching a higher level within yourself, all right? So yeah, I hope this video can bring some clarity to some people. I hope you are able to take the tips that I learned and I'm able to give back to you so that you can have a smooth transition for you and your family. Take advantage of the lessons, take advantage of the people that's giving this type of information so that you can have a smooth transition. It's coming from the heart. I pray that, you know, those who have ears to hear are able to receive it. And I just pray that you guys take advantage of what's over here and what's possible. But you got to make sure you get your mind right, all right? You got to make sure that you're focused, and you got to make sure that you remember why you're doing this. Remember why you started. Remember who you're doing it for. And don't get sidetracked by any other things or any other talking or any other mess that comes along with dealing with our people sometimes. All right? So yeah, stay focused on the mission, man. I hope this video helps somebody. If you know somebody that needs some help, make sure you share this with them. If you know people that's thinking about coming over here, make sure you share this information with them so that they can get the information, so that they can have a smooth transition, all right? So yeah, if you made it to the end of the video, appreciate it. Keep the shalom peace. Don't let these people stop you, and stay focused on your mission out there. All right.